I feel so insecure when I post, and I just feel so anxious. Every time I post something on Instagram, I can literally hear my heart racing. I end up overthinking, and I feel like everyone will judge me and notice all my imperfections. I feel so happy to be in this comment section knowing I'm not alone. All my friends have no problem posting, and I have such a big issue with it. I always feel like my photos aren't Insta worthy, so I don't post them. Social media anxiety is real, sis. These are some of the comments that I read on a YouTube video. I lost my train of thought. These are some of the comments that I read on a YouTube video by Erin on Demand, and I watched it and I wanted to share my take on Instagram anxiety, social media anxiety, and not trying to get over the fear or stop being fearful. We're human, we're going to feel fear, but how to move beyond it, how to take action anyways to not let the fear stop you from making progress. Because if you are here, you want to get rid of the social media, Instagram anxiety so that you can build your business online, so that you can use social media as a tool to gain your time freedom, your financial freedom, to create the income, the impact, the business that you see yourself creating, finding the success that you see in your eyes. And I want to share how I have built up my confidence to show up online, to feel good about it, and to not let the fear stop me. So maybe you can take something away from this, and I hope you do, but let's go ahead and get into it. My nose itches. Okay, so I do want to talk about what Erin talked about in her video because I was inspired by her, and I felt like I just couldn't post all the other things that I have created until I talk about this, because this really is the foundation to being able to move forward. Backstory: I have been recording videos for years, since 2017, 16, 17, and just I've only posted a couple of them. And it's because I've had so much anxiety about posting online. What are people going to think? Now, I read other people's comments, but really I've felt the same sentiments. What are my friends and family going to think? Like, what is she doing? What does she think she's doing? You know, how do you have the audacity to think that you can just all of a sudden show up online and start doing a business? Now, selling stuff in person, I haven't really had that big of an issue. I've sold personal training, I've sold Cutco knives, but showing up online where there's a bigger audience and you don't know the face of who's seeing you can really just kind of halt you from taking action. And so Erin brought out these 3 points that a lot of times creators, business owners, people that want to show up online through social media have a fear of not getting liked, or what I call a lack of engagement, fear of judgment, which is like a big one that probably needs to go to number one, and fear of self-promotion. And I think all of that is true, but I have some different takes. So the first one, fear of not getting liked, not getting views. I don't know that I have been scared to not get views. I think the bigger fear is the lack of validation of what I have to say, what I have to share. Someone not liking it, not viewing it, could feel like what you have to share is not important, and that doesn't feel good. Even if you know what you're saying is valuable and helpful, but like that fear that people won't see it as important, as valuable as you do, can make you not want to share. Can make you feel like, well, no, I feel good right now in my own little bubble thinking about how excited I am and how important my message is. But the moment that you press upload, it's like, well, is anybody else going to agree with me in what I'm thinking in terms of how important, how valuable what I have to share is my message? I think that really comes down to a fear of rejection because someone not liking, people deciding to swipe away and not view. That's more so like rejection, right? I mean, we know everybody doesn't like us, like in real life, but I don't know, somehow online seems worse, right? Especially because we want to be liked to some degree because we want to build a business with social media. So if you want to build a business with social media, you do to some degree have to be liked. Some people are liked because they're unlikable, like that's their thing, right? Like, oh man, I can't believe they talk like this. They would say that. But then you have the overthinkers. Hello, that's me. And you have the people that, just like self criticize. Hello, that's me again. And the people that just have all this negative self talk. Hi, hi, hi. How many times do I have to introduce myself? But if you have felt the same feeling, let me know in the comments. What is the feeling that comes up for you when you think about being scared on social media? For me, I think it is the possibility of the lack of validation, but that's what it has been. And it is a constant battle or struggle with myself and my mind every single time that I create content and get ready to post it. Specifically, posting it. I can make videos a lot, as shown by my like over about 2 terabytes. And a lot of them were for content to some degree, whether short form or long form. It's time to share. It's time to share, and it's time to acknowledge the fear. But we'll get into that. We'll get into how I'm moving past the fear without letting it continue to stop me. We're not doing that no more. Okay, so Erin's second fear was about fear of judgment, and really, yeah, I have feared judgment, particularly because I am a bit quirky and I have not seen myself as the cool girl, the cool gal. But I have just wanted to like shrink myself, which is what I've done throughout the years. Like if there's somebody with a bigger personality than me, and I kind of have a big personality when I'm comfortable, but in most cases I'm kind of, until I feel like my environment has given me the permission to like expand and take up more room. But in general, I'm not like the person that walks in and be like, yo, what's up, what's up? That's not me. And so I think that knowing that I'm a loud, quiet person or a social introvert, or I'm a bit sensitive too. So I have all of these different things that, okay, not just a bit sensitive. I'm a lot of sensitive. I'm really sensitive. I feel with my eyes is what I say, because feelings make me cry. Happy makes me cry. Sad makes me cry. Sometimes excited or like sentimental makes me cry. And I'm okay with that now, but for a long time, oh my goodness, don't talk about something that I really deeply feel about. Otherwise, the waterworks are going to come, and how embarrassing, because why are you crying? And I wouldn't want to get that question asked to me, because I'm like, I don't know. I cry, And so we have these things about ourselves where we feel other people are going to judge. They are. Some people think I cry too much, have always felt that way. Some people feel like I'm too sensitive, too feeling, too mushy gushy. That's okay, but social media is not about posting online so that everybody connects with you. I'm here for the sensitive girlies. I'm here for the emotive feeling girlies that, overthink and that are self critical and just so self analytical, but have something to share and have something so valuable, so impactful, and they just need to get past the hump in order to move forward. I'm here for those girlies. And other people are going to come along for the ride because what I have to share can apply to a lot of people. But I am talking to you, my friend, that whatever you are scared of being judged about because it just makes you feel so vulnerable, that it's okay. And it's that vulnerability that's going to help other people connect with you. That is your authenticity, right? And authenticity is scary because part of authenticity is, I feel like the definition of authenticity is doing the thing that feels right and aligned for you, despite knowing that there are going to be some people that do not align and connect with it. And so authenticity automatically creates judgment and vulnerability. Literally, it's being, right? Anything that a person is authentic on is open to some type of judgment. But we are going to figure out how to move past that, not to let go of it. I mean, it exists, but how to move past it to make the progress that you want to make, that I want to make. But before we get into that, we're going to get into this last point that Erin was talking about in her video, which was fear of self-promotion. And so some people are fearful, like you've had a personal account for all of these years and you've posted your dog and your cat or your kids, yourself going to school or to work out or your dinner, and all of a sudden you want to come and talk about business, or all of a sudden you want to come and talk about your products or products that you review for affiliate marketing. Like all of a sudden you're a business owner, you're a content creator, like get real. And so the fear of self-promotion could kind of combine with the fear of judgment, but also something that Erin didn't touch on, but I really feel like is a big thing, is sometimes you're fearful of self-promotion because you haven't built your skills up yet. You haven't practiced enough. You haven't become confident enough yet. And so there are some things that we have to work on to get past that. So I'm going to share my things that I've done to get past the fear of the rejection from the lack of engagement, the fear of judgment from showing my authentic self, fear of self-promotion. Let's get into it, because we are saying bye-bye to action paralysis and we are saying hello to social media, building up our business. And so number one for me is just acknowledging the fear. Acknowledge where it comes from. Acknowledge why you feel the way you feel. And so, okay, I said it earlier, I fear the rejection, and that feels like it invalidates the importance I put on what I have to share. But if I look at what I have to share as not self-serving, but a service to others to help other people, then I no longer have to worry about the perception of the importance of what I have to say, the rejection that I could potentially get. If my goal is to help people, then All I have to do is literally get one person. If the goal is like one person, I feel like I'm pretty confident that I could get one person that I can help each time that I post. Just one. Just one. And sometimes maybe that's myself, you know? My husband used to laugh at me years ago. He goes like, "You like your own videos and pictures?" I said, "Why not?" So maybe you might be the only person that likes your video or your post. Maybe you're the first person that comments, but when you go back to see that video or post and you look at your words, your like, you can feel good knowing that your validation of yourself is good enough. I know that has been the case for me. And so, okay, what about the fear of judgment? We're just gonna have to accept that people are going to judge. They are going to judge. I had did this coming to terms video of me sharing very emotionally, I might add, about like my feelings and why I don't, post a lot. Because I mean, I wouldn't even really post about like my personal life. Like I'm just, well, what are people going to say from high school or this or that? I'm not like the super girly. My nails, I don't really do them. My hair looks decent today, but on any given day, you just never know. I'm not like a dress to the nines type person. I prefer sweats and athleisure more than others, and I felt like if I showed up online, either I had to fake wanting to be or pretending to be like I am like the other people that are all, aesthetically pleasing with all of the fancy hats and 20 pieces of jewelry and all of that to like chill at the house or go out for the afternoon. Like that just sounds so exhausting to me. And for the longest, I just decided not to show up online because I'm like, well, if that's the only way to grow and to progress, I don't want to do it. Because in reality, like I just want to sit here with my blanket with no makeup on, I hope that you don't take it wrong. And I want to be corny like that when something reminds me of lyrics and be fine with laughing at myself and finding myself funny even if nobody does. But I'm kind of funny, so there's that. My husband thinks that I'm funny because I'm corny, but I'm corny because I'm funny, I guess. Anyways, I had to give myself permission to just show up as me. To just say, it's okay if you don't want to put makeup on. It's okay if you do. Like, it's okay. It's okay if you got a whole bunch of clothes over here that you just folded and moved out of the vision of the camera so you can't see it. And I didn't lose some of the kids' socks, but we got a whole bunch of socks that don't have. Anyway, everything ain't perfect up in this piece. It ain't. And I didn't want to pretend like it was. And I felt it was no point in showing up if I wasn't this Instagram perfect thing, right? The kind of messed up part is if I would have just shown me, I would have blew up. But here's the thing. The growth is just as important as uploading. And so coming to the last one, number 3, on self-promotion, I've taken this time not to just record and not post, but the almost 2 terabytes, over 2 terabytes of content that I've created over the last 5+ years have been practice for me. I can talk to you as if you're sitting right here in front of me. I can feel okay talking in a room by myself, but knowing you are on the other side listening and feeling me, like really feeling me. And that took practice. It can feel awkward talking to a camera to talk to you, but it's really no different than like a phone conversation. I can't see you on the phone. This is my pretend phone because I'm recording with my phone. But it has taken practice. I have built up the skills to even be able to set up two iPhones as cameras and to be able to adjust the audio settings in GarageBand so that I sound all nice and crispy when I record, or to figure out my setup. But it's coming up with those processes and these workflows that has taken years to perfect, so that when I am finally ready to share, that I can do so in a successful way, and that I can do so confidently but also skilled. And if you are skilled and if you are confident, you're okay to self-promote because you feel good about it. You're confident about it. I mean, there's really no other word. If you are fearful to promote yourself, it may be because you feel like you haven't earned the right to. And one, you always have the right to do it, but if you don't feel good doing it, then you may need to level up some of your skills. Maybe you do need to learn how to record better. Maybe you do need to figure out how to put your lighting up. And so here's my point. I built my skills up, which helped me build my confidence up, which helps me feel good about self-promotion. So, number one, if you are fearful of rejection because you're not going to get the likes, acknowledge that and accept and really change your mindset on the fact that everybody's not going to like you. But if you change your thought from self-serving to service of others, it just matters about helping one person each time, even if that is yourself. 2, judgment is going to come. The more authentic you are, the more judgment that's going to come. And that's okay, because bye-bye to the ones that are judging you, and hello to my people, the ones who feel good and feel seen and feel heard because they resonate with what I'm sharing and have a similar experience to me. And finally, if you're scared to self-promote, give yourself permission to promote yourself, because you are worth it, you are worthy of it. And if you still feel fearful, then up your skills so that you can feel confident in promoting yourself, because you know that you're bringing value. So that's my take. I had to do this video first, I think, before sharing anything else, so that you can see that things don't have to be perfect. Things don't have to be, pristine. You don't have to overthink it. And I'm going to go check on my baby now. So make sure you subscribe. And if you want one of my free business guides, then go ahead and find me on Instagram so you can get it, or check the links in the description below. I'm going to have a better call to action next time. Bye for now.